If you love the original game's hand-drawn animation, toe-tapping soundtrack, and devilishly difficult boss fights, then you're probably itching to know what's next. Today, we're diving into everything about Cuphead 2, the release date, gameplay expectations, platforms, rumors, and more. Prepare yourself for an exciting journey. Before we jump into the sequel, let's take a quick trip down memory lane. Cuphead first enchanted gamers in 2017 with its unique 1930s cartoon art style and brutally challenging gameplay. Developed by Studio MDHR, the game was praised for its originality, difficulty, and that unforgettable jazzy soundtrack. In 2022, the developers released Cuphead, The Delicious Last Course, a fantastic DLC that added new bosses, a playable character named Ms. Chalice, and fresh content. But after conquering the devil and his minions, fans have been eagerly waiting for the next big adventure, Cuphead 2. Now, the burning question: when is Cuphead 2 coming out? Unfortunately, Studio MDHR has not yet announced an official release date. The game is confirmed to be in development, but no trailer or concrete timeline has been shared. If you're wondering why the wait is so long, it's because Studio MDHR is committed to quality. Their games are handcrafted with painstaking attention to detail from the animation to the music. So while the wait might be tough, the payoff will be worth it. Rumors speculate a possible release in 2026 or 2027, but until Studio MDHR makes an official announcement, all we can do is keep our fingers crossed and stay tuned. Though official details are scarce, here's what fans are hoping for, and what makes sense based on the original game's success: new playable characters. The DLC introduced Ms. Chalice, and fans expect even more characters with unique abilities in the sequel. Imagine new playstyles and strategies to master. More challenging bosses. Cuphead's hallmark is its intense boss battles. We can expect a fresh lineup of creative, tough bosses that will test your reflexes and patience. Expanded worlds and levels. The sequel will likely feature new worlds to explore, each with its own art style and challenges, pushing the boundaries of the original's Inkwell Isle. Enhanced gameplay mechanics. Studio MDHR may introduce new weapons, charms, and abilities to deepen combat and platforming mechanics. Online multiplayer. One of the most exciting rumors is the possibility of an online multiplayer mode, allowing players to team up across the globe, something fans have been clamoring for since the original was strictly local co-op. Stunning hand-drawn animation and jazzy soundtrack. Expect the same love for 1930s animation style and a killer soundtrack by Christopher Madigan or a new composer who can capture that jazzy vibe. The original Cuphead was released on multiple platforms, including PC, Xbox, PlayStation, and Nintendo Switch. However, Studio MDHR has not officially confirmed which platforms Cuphead 2 will launch on. Given the success of the original across these platforms, it's reasonable to expect a similar multi-platform release. But for now, keep an eye on official Studio MDHR announcements for confirmation. The story of Cuphead revolved around Cuphead and his brother Mugman making a deal with the devil and then battling through various worlds to repay their debt. The plot for Cuphead 2 remains a mystery, but it's likely that the brothers will face new challenges and enemies. Fans speculate that the sequel might introduce new characters, both friends and foes, and expand the lore of the Cuphead universe. Whatever the story, expect it to be immersive and filled with the quirky charm that made the original so memorable. While there's no official word yet on Cuphead 2 system requirements, we can make educated guesses based on Cuphead, The Delicious Last Course DLC. The original game required a modest PC setup such as Windows 10, an Intel Core 2 Duo processor, 4GB of RAM, and a graphics card with at least 2GB VRAM. Expect Cuphead 2 to have similar or slightly higher requirements, especially if the visuals and gameplay become more complex. The Cuphead community is buzzing with rumors. Some say the game will feature an online multiplayer mode, new characters, and even tougher gameplay. Others speculate that Studio MDHR might be working on other projects alongside or before the sequel. But the one thing everyone agrees on is that Studio MDHR will take their time to deliver a game worthy of the Cuphead name. Cuphead 2 is one of the most anticipated indie game sequels in recent years. With its unique art style, challenging gameplay, and unforgettable soundtrack, the original set a high bar. While we don't have an official release date or trailer yet, the promise of new characters, bosses, and possibly online multiplayer has fans excited. Until Studio MDHR shares more, the best thing you can do is replay the original Cuphead and the Delicious Last Course DLC to sharpen your skills. And keep checking official channels for updates. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with your fellow Cuphead fans. And remember, stay sharp, dodge those bullets, and don't deal with the devil.